he can play at his top level, then, you know, at the beginning of the season, I was saying Stork is not going to be one of the top contenders for, you know, the OSL and obviously not the MSL, but because he's just been playing good. I mean, he's always good, but he's been playing a little bit sloppy for him lately, and it's going to be enough to get him into the round of 8 or whatever, but not into. You know, not going to be able to beat your Jadongs and your Flashes and your Bisus in the later stages of the Star Leagues. But if this is an indication, the way that Stork is playing beautifully, just being everywhere at once and doing everything right, then and always targeting the Nexus, he's going to try and kill off the Nexus before those Zealots can come in. A very wise decision. He does get the Nexus. He forces to cancel the Nexus. Those Zealots are going to die, but again, just slowing it down in the meantime. And sending in more Zealots in the main base as well. Stork is just going crazy here, just sending in random Zealots to random locations and just being distracting. His main army, no, I thought for a second his main army was going to bear down as well. But Bisu trying to do sort of the same thing, send random Zealots, but Stork is way too defended in that top middle base and the top left base as well. So Stork is just playing beautifully here, and I think the last couple times that these guys have met in the Pro League, Bisu has won them, and that's just an indication of how Bisu's been on fire, playing really well, and Stork's been off a little bit. I won't even say a slump, because he hasn't been slumping by any means. He's still been a really good player. He just hasn't been his perfect normal self. Stork, where are you going with those Zealots? He's just sending Zealots all kinds of random places just to distract Bisu and wreak havoc. And I think the killing blow may be nigh at hand as soon as he gets maxed out here, because he wouldn't be throwing away these Zealots if he wasn't maxed, and or at least close to maxed, and just trying to posture, just trying to be distracting. And he's just... And again, but he's got his main army in the middle, or maybe he's hoping for Bisu to commit his entire army to a location so he can stomp down it. Bisu is committing his entire army down to that bottom left base to try and take out these Zealots. Stork moving into position onto the high ground above Bisu's third base, moving into that Bisu's high ground here. If he can engage in battle on the high ground against the low ground, Bisu is on the low ground. He's having to fire uphill right now. Storm's going off on everything in the world, hitting more of Stork's troops than Bisu's actually. Bisu could come back here if he takes a decisive advantage in this battle, but no. Stork at the same time is actually using some of his army to take out that bottom base, and he's going to take this battle as well. It looks like some of those Archons were Stork's. It was hard to tell whose Archons were whose, but Stork is going to take the battle. Bisu, GG's! Bisu, GG's! Stork has taken the ace match. Wow, Stork has taken the ace match, and that is going to be a huge, 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 huge boon to Stork's confidence going into the future Star Leagues and Pro League and everything. That is just awesome for him to come out and beat Bisu, giving some well-deserved high fives to his teammates there, and taking a very, very important decisive win for his team as well, who is just trying to kick and scream their way back into the standings right now, after a very, very bad first round of the Star League there. But anyway, so yeah, Stork playing everything perfectly, just doing everything right, and taking a beautiful, beautiful win for Samsung there. So very, very, very nicely done. And yeah, you know, I couldn't even think. I think what it just came down to is Stork. You know, the StarCraft it's a domino effect game, you know, and so Stork, all it really took was he got his expansion up a little bit earlier, and whereas Bisu opted to spend his money on tech, and Stork barely got the tech out in time to defend against those Dark Templar, and so Bisu's expansion was a little bit later, and that just enabled Stork to get a little bit of an advantage. And the other way that he got a little bit of advantage, he's got that fourth base up in the top left really soon, compared to he really was able to really put the hurt on Bisu's bottom right expansion and keep that from going up for a long time. And so it was just little advantages like that that gave him enough momentum that he was able to have a few more troops. Also, the battle was engaged in his home territory, so the first major battle, so he was able to win the first battle, and then from there on out, he just had map control and was able to just do harassment, and you know, he didn't make any mistakes to let Bisu back into the game, and that's all there was to it. Alright, so I hope you guys enjoyed that game. I enjoyed it. I always do when these two guys play, and look out for more from me in the future, since I got some spare time now. So hopefully you guys enjoyed it.